All right, gang. So here is our first monthly update for RaveRep. I've been listening to your feedback and we've been building. Some of the things that we've been improving are things just under the hood, stuff that just makes it work better, like bug fixes and that type of stuff, and then a few new features that I'm really excited about sharing. First, obviously, I just talked about it, but it's stability. So I spent a lot of time fixing the foundation. There were like some issues with saving or loading, and those are fixed. And beyond that, there's a bunch of cool things, but two small tweaks to help you out. Or one is I made it so that when you're on the team navigation, one of the bottom navigation options is personal, which will bring you to your personal dashboard. So that way it's easier to get over there. I also made it so that when you are in the menu or on a desktop, so if you're on the menu on a phone, you will see this question mark, or you'll see it at the bottom of your navigation on a desktop. And there's an AI assistant built in, or if you have any questions with the app, you can just ask him and he can help you for the most part. Okay? The next thing is there is now a quick share option. So on your personal dashboard, you will notice up at the top, it says share your page. And you could either share it via text and you could put the phone number in and it will pull up on your phone with the text that you could send that person, add them to your contacts, or you could do CQR code. When you click this CQR code, there's two options. There's an option to either copy the direct link for your profile or for them to scan that, or there's a contact download option. And if they scan this QR code, instead of bringing them to your profile, it's just going to automatically bring them to the download page where it starts downloading your contact card to their phone instantly without having to go through that middle process of going to your profile and clicking save contact card. We have a new profile system. So in terms of setting up your profile, it has gotten dramatically better. We made it so that there's a bunch of more options, but everything is better organized and we're continuing to expand on it. So instead of like 9 different tabs, when you go to my profile, you'll see that there's profile and then there's design and settings. So under profile, the way that it works is information that you're not going to edit much, like your picture, name, contact information, all of that stuff is collapsed at the top. So if you need to update your cover photo, your picture, any of that stuff, you just click edit info and it will expand down and you can update all of that. And now instead of there being tabs for a bunch of different things, we built out a block system where you can customize, it's set up, and you could create blocks. So a block could be, for example, this is an embed and it has a Spotify podcast embedded. Here's a showcase. You could actually now include your booking calendar right on your page if you want to set up meetings or you have service events, that type of stuff, but everything's there. Or for example, your links, right? You can edit your links right here and see all of that on the profile tab. Design and settings has a few different sub tabs that are there to help you organize because there's tons of different options. And like I said, we're only expanding them and simplifying and making things better. One is now under style, there's a dark mode. I'll show you what that looks like. And there's also the opportunity, if you want to enable it, a sticky navigation bar that shows up at the top of your page and can bring your customer right to different blocks on your public profile. So for example, to show you what that looks like, you'll notice mine up here, you can choose to have a button on it, or it could just be the jump bar. You'll notice I have dark mode on, and when I scroll past my header, my profile picture comes up. It has a list of all of the different elements on my profile that they could go right to. And so schedule time is the same as book. And you'll notice right here, my calendar shows up and someone can schedule a meeting with me right on my profile. So profiles and making them look amazing and have tons of different functionality is one of my biggest focuses of improvement in coming months. In terms of contacts, we now have a voice assistant built into it. So there's a general voice assistant that when you start speaking, you could tell him to make a contact for Tom Thompson with the phone number 732-299-5438 and to add a follow-up for September 3rd to get a homemaker for a wedding. Right? And once you do that, you stop. He will process the information, and now he made a new contact for Tom Thompson, who is the name I just came up with off the top of my head. When you go to follow-ups, these are all just random ones that I made, but they will be on your follow-up list to follow up with the notes. Also, on your regular contacts, if you want to update a contact, you just click view. You can update it by logging the interaction and adding notes. So that way you can speak to it, even if it's on your way back to your car after a demo. We have a newsletter system that I think is awesome. So every month there's going to be multiple different versions for you to pick from. If you click on them, you'll be able to see what's in each of them. They're designed super well. I think they look great. And then you can personalize them. And like I said, there's 3 different options. You can test them out and then personalize. You can edit the intro. You could choose if you want to add a rave, and then it gives you a subject line and auto puts your name, all your links, your profile picture, all of that stuff. And you can either copy for Gmail or you can paste it into a CRM if you use Vast Action or MailChimp or Brevo or something like that. But it's just an opportunity for you to be a professional and build a long-term relationship by sending out a very easy newsletter every month where you can personalize it and make it yours. We have Network Coach. which helps you expand your names list. It has a brainstorm mode where it helps you go through all the different categories, and you could utilize this to build out your list. There's an AI coach who developing to be able to help you with different situations and guidance. And then there's templates built right into it. But this is a really cool feature that will help you really expand your names list. And that's this month's episode or this month's update. It's real fixes, real features. I want to hear what you think. So I would love to hear what's working, what's missing, what would make your job easier. Tell me, and I'm going to build that next. Have an awesome day.